Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for a mini collection video here on the channel. So it's been a little while since I put one of these together, but just some quick backstory in case you haven't noticed. If you've watched more than a video or two here on the channel, I struggle with focus. I tend to see the good in like all cards. I tend to get interested in way too many things and have a hard time staying focused and staying in my lane and completing large projects in the hobby because I'm always distracted by something else I like or the next shiny thing or the next great deal that I find online or in person. And so one of the ways I try to deal with that is to form little mini collections where I'll just, collect a small little portion or corner of the hobby, and that will give me enough satisfaction that I don't need to be a completist and I can move on after just getting a handful of cards to other aspects of my collection. So today's mini collection is going to feature Juan Soto, which will come as probably no surprise to anyone who's tuned in here with frequency. I've been buying Soto cards for years, kind of at a trickle, and then over the last year or two, kind of up that and have picked up quite a few more. He's really becoming tougher, or certainly was into the early part of the season. But I have 4 cards here in a small grouping that all feature a variation on his second year card. So this is not one of the ones we're looking at today. This is just here for information and something in the background. But I love the image on his 2019 Topps card. This is his second year card. The horizontal image with the bat extended there. It just really works, and it's one of my favorite cards from the last few years that Topps has treated us to. Love that it has the rookie cup. And so I mentioned, I think when I showed that one off, that I'm trying to get as many different versions of that Juan Soto card and photo as I can. Obviously on a budget, I can't compete with people that are buying, cards numbered to 10 or one of ones or anything like that. But, one of the nice things, I guess, about Topps making so many endless different parallels is that if you do find a card like that you like, it's kind of a fun challenge to yourself to see how many versions you can find on a budget. So these particular ones that we're going to look at today, all 4 are from the Topps Chrome release, and they're all PSA slabbed. And I've been kind of carefully looking over the last year or two and trying to find cheaper examples of fine 9s, and was able to score, I think over this past fall maybe, the Refractor, which is great. The Topps Chrome Refractor is just a classic card, in my opinion, for a player collector, going all the way back to, of course, the advent of that brand in the mid-90s. These just look fantastic. Collectors love them, and it's easy to see why. And the refractor finish really takes that image to the next level, and just great color on that card. So happy to have tracked that one down. And then obviously every year in Topps Chrome, they treat us to an endless number of different colored parallels. I have 3 of the sort of easier to obtain, lower hanging fruit, unnumbered parallels to go along with that one, which I'm very proud to have tracked down in matching 9 slabs. So we have the Prism Refractor version of that card. And I think everybody has seen this or is familiar with this, but this features like the kind of fish scale or snake skin effect to the refractor, which, just looks gorgeous. And another interesting note on the Topps flagship card, the rookie cup logo is in the upper right. That kind of drifts around depending on the release from Topps. The photo and the design are the same in, Chrome and opening day, but the rookie cup moves around. So in the Chrome release, it's in the lower right portion of the photo, just covering Juan's elbow there. So there is the Prism Refractor. Another card down in my quest to try to get as many versions of this image as I can. Moving on from that, we've got the Sepia or Sepia. This is a refractor that I think Topps introduced all the way back in, I want to say 2014. Although in the 2014 release, they were serial numbered. And beginning in 2015 and forward, they were a little more common, not serial numbered. But I love the colorized look of these, or the lack of color. It gives them kind of a classic, like old-timey feel, which is kind of neat in like juxtaposition to the shine that's there on the card. So just a big fan of these refractors in general. I love the Sepia parallels, even the non-refractor Sepia parallels, like in Stadium Club and things like that. I just think baseball of all sports, there's just something about the history of the game and all the great like black and white photos of the stars of yesteryear that a lot of us grew up, looking at and admiring. I just think the Sepia parallel works really, really well. So happy to pick that one up to join the ever-expanding 2019 Soto collection. And then the fourth and final one that I have for today's mini collection is the pink. And this one I'm actually going to just remove from its protection here so we can get a better look at it. But really enjoy the pink refractors every year, as I do, most of these. But the pinks in particular look nice. And I was really happy to bring this one home because I did pick up a pink refractor of his rookie card from Topps Chrome Update earlier this year as one of my big cards of the year. And so following that up with the pink refractor of the second year card is pretty cool. So I've got a nice little run of Soto pink refractor slabs going here. And I think this one looks pretty nice with the 3 in the background. So none of these were very expensive, even during, at least relatively speaking, for Soto slabs during the recent craziness. Was able to bring each of these home for under 40. And I think actually, other than the base refractor in the middle, with a little bit of patience and a lot of searching and waiting it out and saved emails and things of that nature, was able to get the other 3 kind of variation refractors for under $30 a piece in a fine 9 from PSA. So I'm not sure that's going to be the case much longer if this guy, ends up winning an MVP or puts together a season or 2 over the next couple of years that were similar to his last couple. I think this card will eventually start to rise in price as his career trajectory moves forward. So really happy that I was able to grab these 4 now, relatively early on in the phases of his career. So there's my mini collection for the day. This is certainly not an exhaustive set of all of the versions of this 2019 Juan Soto that I've been able to acquire in my quest to nab as many of these as possible. So you will see this photo again in future episodes, but we'll cut it here for today and try to keep this one on the shorter side and well under 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed these 4 and really appreciate you spending some time here with me on the channel. And we'll be back with more Juan Sotos and more sports cards in general. And until then, just take care and enjoy the hobby, everybody. See ya.